my blood, for example.
My name is Optimus Prime.
What's up, guys? Is me here, your Martin Ryan Empire here. I'm here to acknowledge to my tribal chief, the head of the table, the one who beats Seth freaking Rollins at SummerSlam, and it was a banger last night on Saturday. To me, that is one of the greatest matches in Roman's career, and I'm happy Reigns finally beaten Seth freaking Rollins. And I say this with all due respect to Seth Rollins, what a hell of a match that was. And I would say and I agree with Michael Cole, is an instant classic, and we would never ever see that again. One of the greatest champions, I acknowledge, that's right, the OTC, the greatest WWE champion of all times. World Heavyweight Champion, the OTC, Roman Reigns. You damn right. You damn right. One of the greatest main events and one of the great classic matches. That's right. Put it into bed and let it to rest. I love to hear of the OTC chant to my tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns. TC. He's the one. And he's always the one. You damn right.
He said this reign was going to be different. That he had a lot to prove to the doubters and the naysayers.
That's right. The doubters, the naysayers, all that kind of stuff. To me, I never doubt Roman Reigns. I always believe in Roman Reigns. To me, he's one of the greatest champions ever lived in the history of WWE. He can do it. He can do it on his own, and I believe in Roman Reigns, because he doesn't need the bloodline, he doesn't need his family. Roman Reigns, he did beat Seth Rollins in that middle of that ring, and it was an instant classic match. And I acknowledge my tribal chief. I acknowledge Joanna White. I acknowledge the person. A lot of respect for Roman. I just want to know what is the next step for the tribal chief. Who is his next opponent? I want to know what is his next opponent.
Acknowledge me.
Oh, music to my ears.
Well, you know the tribal chief. I'm a man of my word.
You damn right.
I call my shot and I deliver.
You damn right. My tribal chief.
Before I went out to the desert, I said I was going to win the Rumble and I was going to save this place.
Check.
And that's what I've done.
That's what you did.
I went to Mania and beat the old man.
Check.
I owned the whole summer.
Check.
And last night, I beat Seth freaking Rollins.
Check. A bucket list this year. My tribal chief.
I know in these parts that stings a little bit.
It did.
That's your boy, and he is my brother. And I think last night we may have found some peace, but you know the OTC, I can only acknowledge so much, but I don't mind if you guys do.
To me, I have a lot of respect for Seth Rollins, my tribal chief. I have a lot of respect for Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins was a great competitor, my tribal chief. He's one of the greatest competitors and one of your greatest revivals. Great LA Knight. Let's see what LA Knight. Let me guess. LA Knight. Here we go. Let's see what LA Knight has to say. He's the rock to my tribal chief. Not a big fan of LA Knight, but one thing, I do respect LA Knight. Because the fans love him, the crowd loves him, but I'm not LA Knight bandwagon. The fans loves him, the crowders love him, but I don't. But there's one thing, I have my respect for LA Knight.
Let me talk to you. Congratulations. Congratulations on your win at SummerSlam. Congratulations on still being the World Heavyweight Champion. And despite the fact that Seth Rollins and myself, I'll eat the crow on this, we both said you couldn't do it by yourself. Congratulations on doing it by your damn self.
He did. You don't need anybody.
But you're still a fraud.
He's not a fraud. He's not a fraud. Why you hear that, LA Knight?
I've been calling your name for months. And instead of you answering, you sick the dogs. You put the bloodline between you and me. Why beat all them? So I want what you owe me. Now, You're probably sitting there thinking, well, I don't owe you anything. What do I owe you? Well, just rewind your mind a little bit. If you remember, last time it was me and you one-on-one. It wasn't so one-on-one. So what I want is what you gave Seth Rollins. I want you, I want me, no bloodline, no outside BS. We can do it here tonight.
I think this is near going to do it at Money in the Bank.
We can do it next week. We can do it at Money in the Bank. And if you need to wait all the way to WrestleMania, hell, we can wait that long and we can do it then too. But the bottom line is, the only right answer is yeah.
Let's hear what my tribal chief has to say. I want to hear what my tribal chief says. But it's the thing with LA Knight. Will they push the rocket? And I wanna say to the LA Knight, will LA Knight will be ready? That's the thing.
Fraud. Who the hell are you talking to? Fraud. I only see one fraud. I don't come out here talking about being a megastar and then wear a Walmart watch on my wrist. A megastar. Zoom in. This is what a megastar wears on his wrist. You understand me?
You damn right.
Skeleton tourbillon.
That's a nice watch, my tribal chief. That's a beautiful watch.
And this is what I'm talking about. Everybody's running their mouths. What have you done? Oh, you beat my cousins. Oh, man, I'm happy for you. Very proud of you. You won a 6-man tag match. What else have you done? There's
nothing.
No validity in anything that you say. You haven't won a tournament.
Nope.
You haven't won a battle royal.
Nope.
You haven't won a big match. Please, let me know. This goes for everybody back there. You don't get a #1 contender shot by bitching and moaning.
Exactly.
You just sit here and complain anymore. You might have wasted my cousin's time, but you ain't gonna waste mine. Get in the back of the line.
Exactly. I do agree. I do agree with Roman.
Wait, hold on. Just not yet. I got one more thing. But before I get there, first of all, man, your aura, you are so much cooler when you're not standing right in front of me. 'Cause you stand here and you make your little scrunchy faces, and you talk about you haven't earned it. Huh? I've earned it time and again, and it took you and 38 people to beat me. What a coincidence that you and Seth were in a group called the Shield, because all you've done is use the numbers, the sneak attacks, to shield you against guys like me. Because Yankee, Oscar, uniform. Sierra, uniform. Charlie, Kilo, you suck. You're a fraud, and you're the biggest vomit in the business. You're on another level because you hold that championship. But don't get lost in the sauce, brother. You're not on my level, pal. I'm lightning in a bottle. I'm everything you wished you could be, but you couldn't. So I tell you what, when you figure out where to buy a pair, if you can't grow one, you come back and let me know, and I'll smack you back to factory settings. Because I know, you know, the whole universe knows the uncrowned champion of this world, with everybody saying, yeah. LA Knight.
Cut his music. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna literally say, I'm gonna say this one time. If WWE is going to, how I say, and I do agree with Roman, people backstage bitching, whining and complaining. But if WWE is willing enough person LA Knight to strap a rocket on him, is the thing. And I say this, will he be ready for the main event? The spotlight. The main event spotlight picture. And I said this for months. Not for months, but this is the thing. I'm not being harsh, not being too difficult. I am not being mean to the fans of LA Knight. I'm not an LA Knight myself. Yes, LA Knight is good on the mic. It's the thing what LA Knight is not ready for is the main event. If he's winning the title, he's not ready for the main event. I'm sorry to say that. And I'm sorry to burst your bubble. LA Knight's not ready. If they're going to do this match, okay. But that's the thing. If LA Knight wins the main event, and I said this for months. Not said this for months, but in my right around my head is will he be ready? Will LA Knight take a spot from Roman Reigns from the main event? Not just the main event, the world title picture, the main event title, the world title. But here's the thing, I'm not being mean to LA Knight. I'm not being mean to the guy. He is not ready. And there's many superstars. Many superstars in backstage in the locker room. And I know a few. And you know who I'm talking about. And who will be in that main event picture and that spotlight. Yeah. It's not LA Knight, no. The future of the company. The one man has beaten Brock Lesnar on Saturday. On Sunday. And you know who I'm going with? And it, to me, is the main eventer, and it's going to be Obafemi. Obafemi versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. But that's decades away. And I know what people's going to think. I don't care what the doubters or the haters or critic has to say. Roman Reigns, Joanna White, is one of the greatest champions in this modern era today. I know everyone loves LA Knight. Yes. Yeah, he has this cool gimmick with, yeah. Everyone loves LA Knight. Yes, I have my respect for LA Knight. Do I a big fan of LA Knight? No. Do I think we want to see Roman Reigns versus LA Knight? Don't mind it. It's not a bigger match. But I will still watch it. But it would be an easy guess and it would be easy prediction. I go with Roman Reigns. Always have and always will. Because I acknowledge my tribal chief. But who knows? And then please put your comments down below. What do you think? Do you think Roman Reigns want to have another match with LA Knight? Money in the Bank? Who knows? I'd like to hear your prediction. Because Roman's not wrong. You heard it for yourself. He's not lying. But there's the thing. If WWE are willing to put a strap on LA Knight on a rocket, and I have got one question to ask. One question. to all of you. Will LA Knight be ready? Not just winning for a title. Will he be the main event? Ready to be that spotlight, to be the main event? Your guess will be answered. But who knows? I will see you guys in the next video. Please put your comments down below. I'll hear your thoughts and your opinions. I'll see you next time. Catch you later, guys. Check you.